station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Are you ready to go beyond? Welcome to my show, Go Beyond. I'm your host, Jordana Foster. Each week, I will be showing you how to go beyond your limiting beliefs to take you and your business to the next level. If you're ready to redefine, recommit, reset, and re-engage yourself, this is the time, this is the place, Go Beyond. Well, hello there. It's Tuesday night, and do you know what that means? It's the Go Beyond show night, and I'm your host, Jordana Foster, and I'm so happy to have you with us here tonight. You know, as you know, at the beginning of the year, I decided that each and every show would focus on one particular word, okay? And do you know what today's word is? Do you have any idea? No? Today's show is the word of the night, the word of the day is comparison. Think about that. We're going to talk about that and unpack that in a minute. There's so much to cover. So first of all, as a mindset coach, as a business strategist, as a leadership and communication trainer, and also as a motivational speaker, I am very passionate about helping business owners and business professionals and organizations to get out of their own way. Don't we need to get out of our own way now more than ever? To get unstuck and to really discover what it is, and it's usually more than one thing, what it is that's holding you back, holding us back from achieving the goals that we have for our life and business. Do you know what they are? Do you want to know what they are? Do you want to crush through them? You know, from masterminds, virtual mindset shift workshops, and leadership and communication trainings to diversity inclusion trainings and corporate training programs for business professionals and teams that are really serious about up-leveling their performance, enhancing their communication skills, and elevating their mindset to really get the results, the optimal results that they desire and deserve. Is that you? Is that your team? Well, that's something that I can help with. You know, now more than ever, having a thinking partner, an accountability partner, a business coach to help guide you through these still uncharted waters that we're all figuring out, you know, this new business landscape that is ever changing. It's so important to have somebody to help you think not only creatively, but strategically. Are you doing that? Do you need a partner and a mentor to help you do that? It's not a luxury anymore to have a business coach to help you. It is a necessity. It is a game changer, and I would love to be that for you. So if you're ready, really ready to take you and your team and your business and your career to the next level, contact me for a complimentary 45-minute lunch and learn for your company or your organization, or a discovery session if you are a business professional. Contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and message me on Facebook at Ready, Set, Go Beyond, or contact me on my website, johnmaxwellgroup.com/Jordana Foster. You know, if you want to grow your business, if you want to advance in your career, and who doesn't say yes to both of those things? The truth is, you need to grow yourself first. It starts with you. It starts internally before it shows up externally. It's time for you to step up, show up, and never give up. It's time for you to go beyond. So I'm really excited because tonight we're going to be talking all about comparison, okay? Now, this is really something that we all do if we're honest. Right? We all do this, especially with social media. Everybody is on social media and looking what everybody else is doing. We're spending so much time looking at what everyone else is doing that we're really not taking the time to focus on what we're doing, right? If we're really honest about that. You know, it keeps us, when we compare ourselves to other people, it keeps us from feeling like we're enough. Can anyone relate to this? Please post your comments, give me a thumbs up. We want to hear from you because comparison is a really important topic that a lot of people don't talk about. But it is something that holds you back. It is something that makes you feel less than. And we really need to address that in order to achieve the goals that you have personally and professionally, right? So please put your comments in there. We want to hear from you. So comparing ourselves to others not only makes us feel like that we're not enough and that we're not capable. Listen to how strong and powerful comparing is, that can do affect your self-worth. It can really create self-doubt and really feed into those limiting beliefs that we all have, right? That we really need to spend every day working on and pushing through and growing through, right? And realizing our full potential. You know, it's interesting. We measure our performance against others rather than measuring it against ourselves. And we need to switch that. We need to change that. And I really encourage you to change that now, okay? You know, comparison is a distraction. And I do trainings all the time about how to limit your distractions, to how to realize, and I can do a whole training on this, you know, a mini training, if you will. And I can come and do a lunch and learn at your business and organization about it, because we have, and I know that all of you can agree with this, we have more distractions than ever before, right? We have more things that are vying for our attention, that are taking us off of our goal and what we're supposed to be doing and how we're supposed to be feeling and acting and the effort that we're putting forth. Comparison is a major distraction, okay? And it tries to, and oftentimes successfully does, pull us away from our goals. Oh, thank you so much for watching. I'm thrilled that you feel inspired, and I appreciate you being here. So it really tries to pull us away from our goals, and it succeeds a lot of time, unfortunately. So we need to dig in and really be intentional about what we're doing when it comes to comparisons. Notice where that happens, when that happens. What do we do? How do we react? You know, when we get caught up in comparisons, and we do, and we will, we get lost. Have you noticed that? We get tangled up. We get stuck. And temporarily, we kind of give up on what we're supposed to be doing, the goals that we have, you know, the focus that we're supposed to be focused on in order to accomplish what we have. I grew up with a mother who always compared, wow, my sister and me to others, and we both still feel the effects years later. Oh my goodness. Judy, thank you so much for sharing that. You know, really appreciate your transparency and your story. We appreciate you, Judy. This is so important. Did you hear this? This is why we open this up. This is why when I do my trainings, I have round tables where we have these discussions, because these are topics that we don't talk about. We're not talking about them in our home life. We're not talking about them with our kids. I do. We're not talking about them with our coworkers and our bosses and our clients. We need to talk about comparisons, because this affects every area of your life and career and business. It makes you feel not enough. Listen to what they just said about, you know, one viewer just mentioned this is something that happened when they were little. So the effects are long lasting if you allow them to hold you back. But I'm not going to let you, and you should not let yourself. And that's why I'm all about equipping my clients, you know, with tools and strategies and insights in order to not only boost your awareness, but to have the tools to push through. But you have to notice that they are there, that they exist. Because a lot of times, if you're not getting the results that you want, you don't realize until you have someone from an outside perspective like me as a coach and trainer to really ask you the questions that you're not asking of yourself, to point out things that maybe you're not aware of. And then when you have that awareness, it's like everything opens up, and then you have that clarity to not allow it to stop you and get in your way. So that was incredible, and I really thank you for sharing that, okay? So we do get lost, and it temporarily sets us back. So I have a few questions for you to think into. What happens to your emotions when you compare yourself to others? What happens to your emotions? Are you lifted up? Or do you feel depleted? Do you feel not worthy? Do you feel not enough? my bet is that when you're comparing yourself to others, most of the time, you're not feeling good. It's not good. And from being watching my show, or if I've done training for your team and for you and coaching, I'm all about emotions and feelings, and how you feel affects your thoughts and it affects what you do, your efforts and actions. So we need to work on that first, right? That's why in comparison is such an important topic. What happens to you when with your efforts, when you compare yourself to others? Do you keep pushing through or do you slow down? And unfortunately, most of the time, I have found that my clients slow down. It affects their efforts when they're not feeling good enough. They're not feeling worthy. They're not feeling capable because they're comparing their story, their strengths, their capabilities to someone else. Okay? And we need to stop that. So comparison, here's a question. Being compared to others in my business isn't fair because I want to be viewed for my accomplishments, not theirs. Wow. Really good point. That's a great observation. Thank you for sharing that. And that actually leads me to something that I was just going to share. We need to switch. I'm all about shifting. And what the switch here is, we need to switch from comparing ourselves to others to comparing yourself to yourself. Compare yourself to what you can do. And the thing here is, it's a much smarter strategy to compare yourself to your recent wins, to your recent things that you've gone through, what you've been able to accomplish, what you've been able to achieve in the past. Sometimes when people look at the past, they're not happy. But I bet that if you look at your past, you will find things that you are proud of, when you have stepped up, when you've shown up, when you haven't given up, when you have landed that big client, when you got that promotion, when you got that raise, when you showed up even when you didn't feel like it. And I want you to look at that and have that be the comparison of how you were last week, last month, last quarter, compared to how you are now. That's the comparison that I want you to use. I want you to shift it from looking at others and what they're doing to what you've done and what you can do more of. Okay? It's really important. Have you ever noticed that at your best, when you focused on yourself, your growth, your results, your achievements, your accomplishments, your progress, instead of someone else's, the comparison takes away those gains, those wins, those good feelings. So when you're focused on what you're doing and what you've accomplished and what you're progressing in, you don't have time. Have you noticed that you're not really looking at what other people are doing because you're so focused on what? You're so focused on what you're doing. So be so committed to what you're doing that it's not going to allow you to get distracted by what other people are doing that's going to take you off course, that's going to make you feel less than. It is so important to take those steps. Comparison, don't get caught, and I do consider it a trap. Don't get caught in the comparison trap. There's several reasons to avoid comparison. When we compare ourselves to others, we lose precious time. Have you noticed when you go on social media that it's not just for 30 minutes? An hour later, you're still on there and you just get absorbed and sucked in. It's okay. I love social media too, but utilize it for what it's there for, not to diminish you and make you feel less than, but have it propel you and inspire you, which is I'm going to go into in a little bit after my commercial break. So instead of wasting time comparing yourself to other people, take that time and spend that on growing yourself, on boosting yourself, and creating opportunities for yourself, and carrying through with what you said you wanted to accomplish. It's time for a commercial break. You can tell how passionate I am about this topic. And if I can help you and your team go beyond, you can contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com, like and message me on Facebook at readysetgobeyond, or contact me at johnmaxwellgroup.com/Jordana Foster. Stay right here. We'll be back in just a minute to talk about comparison. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break with my incredible sponsors. I'm Jordana Foster with the Go Beyond Show. Thank you.
Does your pool have a leak? Pool leaks can be extremely costly, mostly because many homeowners don't realize the difference between normal evaporation and a leak. With over 20 years of expertise, LeakWorks provides premier leak detection, repair and pool equipment for pools, spas, and fountains. We've performed thousands of leak detections and repairs for both residential and commercial swimming pools throughout South Florida. We provide comprehensive leak detection using the latest state-of-the-art ultrasonic equipment to dive pools. We specialize in leak detection and repairs, skimmers, pumps, filters, main drains, heaters, lights, saltwater systems, and so many more. Call us at 954-629-3654 or email us at leakworksflorida@gmail.com to set up an appointment. Honest, reliable, dependable, licensed, and insured. LeakWorks. When it comes to pools, we have the tools and expertise to get the job done right.
Consiat Software creates technology to help small and medium-sized businesses save time and money. Consiat Software sets up the IT infrastructure, which includes your computer, telephone, cloud system, network, email, and security. Consiat Software can help you with business automation by developing software, providing accounting software with Sage Intacct, setting up online sales and e-commerce, and customizing apps. Call Consiat Software at 954-874-9093 or consiat.com. Consiat Software, IT to help you work smarter. Business has changed. Have you changed? Leadership and success require so much more than they did before. Investing in your own personal development as well as the development of your team is an absolute necessity in this new, ever-changing digital business landscape. Mastering mindset and effective communication skills are critical pieces to the success and growth of your business, now more than ever. I'm Jordana Foster, founder of Ready, Set, Go Beyond. As a certified mindset coach, business strategist, communication and leadership trainer, and motivational speaker, I am passionate about helping business professionals, business owners, executive managers, sales teams, and organizations to elevate mindset, enhance communication, and up-level performance. Mindset and communication are the key skills for success, especially now with most of us working remotely and interacting with our clients virtually on a daily basis. Don't just survive, it's time to thrive. Contact me for a complimentary 20-minute discovery session at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and message me on Facebook at readysetgobeyond, or contact me on my website at johnmaxwellgroup.com/Jordana Foster. If you want to grow your business or advance in your career, you need to grow yourself first. Step up, show up, and never give up. It's time to go beyond. You've been listening to Go Beyond. If you want to be part of the show as a guest, highlighting your business, or you would like more information about the content of the show, email me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com, or share your thoughts and call me at 888-565-1470. Welcome back to the Go Beyond Show. I'm your host, Jordana Foster, and I'd like to thank my amazing sponsors. First, LeakWorks, your expert in pool leak detection, leak repairs, every kind of repair that you can imagine for your pools. They take care of it. Residential and commercial pools, over 25 years in the business, licensed and insured. If you have a pool and you need an expert, contact leakworks.com. I would also like to thank my newest sponsor, Consiat Software, IT services, software development, and business automation. IT to help you work smarter. And we all need to work smarter, don't we? Absolutely. So we're talking all about comparisons, okay? And how much we focus on comparisons, and it takes away from us what we're doing. It really does sidetrack us more than we even realize. And one of the tips that I would like to share with you that I work with my clients on is I want you to, instead of focusing on what other people are doing, I'd like you to focus on your own strengths. And I really want you to acknowledge what they are. It's not about boasting. It's not, you can still be humble and still recognize where your strengths are, okay? I'm giving you permission. You can still recognize what your strengths are, your talents, your accomplishments, your achievements. Own them. You worked hard for them. So acknowledge them and let people know about them. But more importantly than letting other people know about them, you need to know about them. You need to feel good about them, because when you start to compare, that means that you're not really focused inward. You're not really acknowledging all the worth that you have and what you have accomplished. So that's really important. The more we compare ourselves to other people, listen to this, the worse we feel about ourselves. Did you hear that? The more we compare ourselves to other people, the worse we feel about ourselves. And it can be very dangerous. But here, I want to give you a little shift, okay? And here's another shift for you to think about. I want you to turn the comparisons, I'm all about showing things from a different light. I want you to look at comparisons. I want you to turn them into inspiration. And this is how I want you to do that, okay? So often we tend to compare our behind the scenes with someone else's big moments, their highlight reels, right? Think about this. We tend to focus and we see their success because what they're posting. I'm guilty of this too. So this is all of us. But yet we don't understand or recognize fully the thousands of hours, the late nights, the rejections, the days that they didn't go well, that they didn't get the clients, that they didn't get the big jobs, the big accounts, all of that. We don't see the behind the scenes, right? We just see when it finally came to fruition. We don't get to see all the time they spent preparing, okay, working for that moment of achievement. We just see the achievement. So instead of letting other people's accomplishments bring you down, knock you down, feel less than, here's what I want you to do. Here's the shift. I want you to let those accomplishments lift you up. I want them to inspire you to see what's possible for you, to let them open you up to possibilities, to being more and doing more and having more. Can you do that? Can you see how you can take something that might not be serving you right now and to change it to something positive that will really benefit you and push you forward, propel you forward so that you don't feel less than, that you feel more of who you are because what? You've noticed your strengths. You're accomplishing and pushing through on your commitments. You're honoring yourself, okay? Let them instead be that inspiration for what you can do and be and have in your life, instead of making you feel that you can't. We usually envy other people for their success, but instead, and we tend to overlook the things that went into that success. We don't see it, but we all know everything that we have to do in order to get the success, in order to attain what we want. It's really important. So instead of being envious, try to reframe that and turn the envy into inspired, okay? By their stories. Be inspired by their stories, by their commitment, by their dedication, by their achievements. Because if they can do it, you can do it, right? But it's going to take a lot of hard work. You can't be focused on what other people are doing in order to accomplish what you want to. You need to learn from them so that you can have the success, the continued success that you want and deserve. I want to share a quick story. I know I'm running out of time, but it's very interesting. I do a lot of trainings for businesses and companies, and I have noticed, listen to the comparison, I have noticed in some business trainings, I have very little time, that some managers have actually utilized and shared other people's successes in order to try and inspire other people, when in fact it makes other people feel less than. Look, this is what Bob did, but Sally, you didn't do that, and you're way behind, and you're not going to make your commission. And they do this unfortunately, they're doing it in a way that is knocking them down. And we really need to be aware as leaders, as managers, as business owners, how we are inspiring our team instead of how we're comparing them. We need to work on filling them up and inspiring them and acknowledging their strengths instead of showing where they're falling short and their weaknesses. It's quote time. And here's the quote: "Happiness is found when you stop comparing yourself to others." When you stop comparing yourself to others. And we need to stop. We need to acknowledge our strengths. We need to be inspired by someone else's story and not feel less than. And if I can help you and your team and your business go beyond limitations and expectations, I would love to help you with distractions and comparisons and time management and all of that. Contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and message me on Facebook at readysetgobeyond or johnmaxwellgroup.com/Jordana Foster. We are here every Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. on Facebook at Ready, Set, Go Beyond and on WWNN. Avoid and stop those comparisons and really embrace your strengths and go beyond. Thank you so much. I'm Jordana Foster with the Go Beyond Show. Have a great night. Thank you for watching Go Beyond. Tune in next week as we continue to explore effective ways to help you go beyond your limiting beliefs to unlock your true potential to thrive personally and professionally. Learn how to take you and your business to the next level. Contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and share my video, because sharing is caring. Contact me at 305-753-6758 or go to my website at readysetgobeyond.com.